Just understand that it is a transaction. That's it. Guys that regularly are paying for sex or paying sugar babies and stuff like that, whatever kind of bullshit excuse that they say, the reality is that they don't have the respect for themselves. They don't believe that they could get women that they want. Because I coach guys, we did pick up and stuff. And it's like, look, for me, when I was out there, I definitely did not want a woman to think I had any kind of, I wanted to be purely on my skill.
Well, how did you prevent that from happening?
Because I'm not going to say anything about.
Well, I mean, I know, but there might be clues. So how do you know that you weren't involved with someone like that?
I mean, sure, there's some clues, but like that's what I'm saying is it's coming from my desire, and I know that that guys that are utilizing the money or that are paying money, the biggest thing is they're like, oh, I can't, they're struggling to attract a woman. So if they're asking,
well, what about the men who don't care about that and they do actually like gold diggers, or they don't care that people are gold diggers and they just pay to have people around them?
Look, that's. I mean, if you want to do that, if you want to make something a transaction, that's fine. Like you have the ability to make something a transaction if you want to, but just understand that it is a transaction. That's it.
But how do you think the people, like the men, are okay with that? Like,
how are they okay with that?
Yeah, like what makes men fine with those sort of arrangements? I mean, I guess besides that, they get somebody that looks nice. This is my opinion of it. They get to have a wife that's hot and makes them look better.
Yeah.
While also, I'm sure, having an open relationship because she just wants to benefit from the money. It's kind of like those situations where it's like a 30-year-old and an 80-year-old. Like, you cannot tell me you're in love.
Okay. Do you want the real answer or the bullshit answer?
Both.
Okay. So the bullshit answer is that, look, a man with a lot of money, he doesn't have a lot of time, right? He, the cost for him to date a woman is expensive in his time. And so if he wants to just pay in order to get some women because he wants to have the sexual satisfaction from that, then that's why he makes that choice. Not because he couldn't get a woman or that a woman wouldn't like him for anything than his money. It's just that it's just a more convenient way to deal with his life and the transaction. And it's just inconvenient trying to date and and all that stuff, right? That's the bullshit answer. Okay, because it's not true. It's because you don't respect yourself. It's because you don't think you can get the woman. Is because your value of your money is more than your value of yourself. That's what it is. Like there's no way around it. Like when guys are trying to like justify prostitution or why they pay for prostitute in general. Right? I'm not talking about guys that one time paid a prostitute in Mexico or some stuff like that or whatever. I'm talking about guys that are regularly.
I think that's still not good.
It's not good. It's not good. But I'm just saying, like, guys that regularly are paying for sex or paying sugar babies and stuff like that. Whatever kind of bullshit excuse that they say, the reality is that they don't have the respect for themselves. They don't believe that they could get women that they want.
Or do you think it's like a power thing?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Well, because I heard about, I don't know how true it is, and I'm not going to go too into detail because it's pretty crazy, but the like super rich people in Dubai that will like pay insane amounts of money to like sugar babies, basically, to like go over there, and then they like poop on them or something like very degrading. That just seems like, and I'm not saying that all sugar daddies do that or whatever, but I think there is a line, right? Like there's a line of like guys, like you said, who just like maybe don't have the best luck with women and that's why they're doing it. Yeah. And I'm sure there are definitely some guys like I just mentioned where it's like a power thing. They're like, what can I make this person do with an amount of money? Which I don't think that's the majority, right. But there is that side of it too.
That's an extreme case, but it's probably that they're just bored with life. And it's like, well, this is something interesting to do. Like I've done all the things. And so now let me try pooping on someone. Like,
that's so weird.
I think that's where when you get to that point. But it's
getting to P. Diddy level.
But but a majority of the guys that are paying, the pay to play model, that it's coming from a lack of self-confidence in themselves. And I know, because I coach guys, we did pick up and stuff, and it's like, look, for me, when I was out there, I definitely did not want a woman to think I had any kind of, I wanted to be purely on my skill.
Well, how did you prevent that from happening?
Because I'm not going to say anything about.
I mean, I know, but there might be clues.
Around.
So how do you know that you weren't involved with someone like that?
I mean, sure, there's some clues, but like, that's what I'm saying is it's coming from my desire, and I know that that guys that are utilizing the money, or that are paying money, the biggest thing is they're like, oh, I can't. They're struggling to attract a woman.
But what about the ones that marry those women?
Yeah, they just want. Again, it comes from a desperation of not feeling like you could get that without the money. Like, it's not.
But do you think they're happier than if they just didn't get married and they just had money and they were single? Because it's like, it seems to me like an open relationship a lot of the time anywhere, where it's not like the guy's only with that woman.
I mean, he could be. There's some situations where
benefiting from the money because that's what she cares about.
Well, it's like, look, and some of it's just ignorance of not understanding, right? Because I ask guys all the time, I'm like, do you want a woman that would let you have sex with her, or that wants to have sex with you, right? And then it's like, there's various ways I've asked this question, but that's essentially the thing is, if you don't know the difference, then the difference doesn't matter, right? Like, if you don't know the difference.
How do you not know the difference?
Because a lot of guys don't know what genuine desire from a woman looks like, because they never had it. So they don't know the difference. So for them to pay and buy a wife or buy a woman, it doesn't to them, it's just what they're used to. They don't know. Right. That's the thing. It's
just depressing.
And look, if you did know the difference, right, then you wouldn't need the money, because if a woman genuinely desires you, then she's going to genuinely desire you whether you have money or not. She's attracted to you. Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you're buying, then why would you buy something that you don't need to pay for?
Well, so you think it still happens to the degree that it does today just because of that reason? Well, like, guys are still just, they don't want to do the work. They just want to pay if they have the money.
Well, what sugar baby do you know, okay, that it doesn't have a different guy on the side that she's attracted to that's not paying her? They all do, right? So you see what I'm saying? Is like, the point I'm trying to make is that if a guy's like, okay, well, this woman is just a gold digger and she's just looking for a guy with money. She's looking for a guy with money to make an arrangement with, but she's looking for a guy that she's attracted to, that she wants to actually have sex with, and so she's still looking for. So
basically, those are open relationship, and it's more of like a deal where he gets to look like he's with this woman because he married her and they're together appearing, and then she gets the money. But it's open. Like, he could also go get with other people and she could go get with other people.
Not always, but what I'm saying is that some guys are like, oh, the only way you could get a 10 is if you pay, because they have so much money, so much opportunities. And I'm like, well, yeah, but no, that's not true, because she's obviously attracted to some guy that she wouldn't need money from.
That every 10 is payable.
Yeah, that's the assumption as well. But what I'm saying is that even if she is payable, that doesn't mean that she doesn't have a guy that she's attracted to that she wouldn't want money from. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
So you think all women just want money?
No, I'm saying that even if a woman is looking for a guy that has money, she also
wants love.
Would want a man that she wouldn't want money from as well, that she would be attracted to.
Okay, so what's the point of knowing this knowledge?
Because
don't go for gold diggers?
Because it goes back to the point of saying that when men who pay for their wives are women,
they're not really getting the woman in full, because she wants love still.
And that is not like, if they're like, oh, well, these women are only available to buy. That's not true. Like, they're only available for you to buy. That's the only way you can get access to these women. But it doesn't mean that these women are only gold diggers. It's a long road to get to.